The life and musical journey of Glen Payne. Glen Payne, a legendary figure in Southern gospel music, was born on October 20th, 1926, in Royse City, Texas. His journey from a small-town boy to one of the most recognized voices in gospel music is a story of faith dedication and a lifelong commitment to spreading the message of Christ through song. Early life and musical beginnings. Glen's passion for music was evident from an early age. Growing up in Texas during the Great Depression, he found solace and joy in music, particularly gospel hymns. His family, like many in the South, valued faith and community, which played a crucial role in shaping his musical and spiritual foundation. By his teenage years, Glen was already performing in church gatherings and local events. At just 17 years old, Glen's professional career began when he joined the Stamps-Baxter Quartet in 1944. The Stamps-Baxter Music Company was a major force in Southern gospel music, and singing with the quartet allowed Glen to tour extensively, honing his craft and gaining valuable experience. His smooth, powerful baritone voice quickly became his signature, captivating audiences everywhere.
Like the prodigal son, I wandered in darkness and traded my life for worldly good time. No peace in my heart, lest I ever could find. And I got so tired eating after the swine. So I believe I'll go home. I need with the Father. The table is spread. The table is spread, and they're waiting for me. I can see the Father coming down to greet me. Lord, I'm willing to be. Lord, I'm willing to be just a servant for thee. Just a servant for thee. Like the prodigal son. Like the prodigal son. I wandered from Jesus, but the good shepherd saw. But the good shepherd saw through the heat and the cold. The night and night. The nighty and night. He left in the fold. Just to find this lost sheep. Just to find this lost sheep that was hungry and cold. That was hungry and cold. So I believe I'll go home and eat with the Father. The table is spread. The table is spread, and they're waiting for me. I can see the Father coming down to greet me. Lord, I'm willing to be. Lord, I'm willing to be just a servant for thee. 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 Just a servant for
Journey with the Weatherford Quartet. In the late 1940s, Glen joined the Weatherford Quartet, one of the most popular groups in gospel music at the time. During his tenure with them, he worked alongside notable gospel figures like Arma Morales and Earl Weatherford. This period was instrumental in expanding Glen's exposure and refining his vocal skills. The Weatherford Quartet was known for their impeccable harmonies and pioneering style, and Glen's contributions were vital to their success. The Cathedral Quartet era. The most defining chapter of Glen Payne's career began in 1963, when he and pianist George Younce decided to form their own group. Initially, they served as a house quartet for Rex Humbard's Cathedral Tomorrow in Akron, Ohio, hence adopting the name the Cathedral Quartet, later known simply as the Cathedrals. What started as a church-based group soon blossomed into one of the most beloved and influential ensembles in Southern gospel history. Under Glen's leadership, the Cathedrals developed a distinct sound that blended traditional gospel with contemporary arrangements, appealing to audiences across generations. Glen's baritone voice, paired with George Younce's deep bass, created a rich vocal texture that became their trademark. Over the years, the lineup included notable members such as tenor Ernie Hassa, lead singer Scott Fowler, and pianist Roger Bennett. Throughout their career, the Cathedrals released numerous albums, many of which became gospel staples. Songs like Champion of Love, Step Into the Water, and Would He resonated deeply with listeners, offering messages of hope and salvation. Glen's stage presence was marked by humility and warmth. He never sought the spotlight, but naturally became the heart of the group. Musical influence and achievements. Glen Payne and the Cathedrals played a significant role in popularizing Southern gospel music beyond the traditional audience. They were frequent performers on the Gaither Homecoming series, where Glen's performances and heartfelt testimonies touched millions. His rendition of hymns like God Bless America and It Is Well With My Soul showcased not just his vocal prowess, but also his deep personal faith. The Cathedrals won numerous awards, including several Singing News Fan Awards and Gospel Music Association Dove Awards. Despite these accolades, Glen remained grounded, consistently emphasizing that their mission was about ministry, not fame.
Jesus said, if I be lifted up, I will surely draw men unto me. So as Moses raised the serpent in the wilderness, so high and lifted up must Jesus be. See him on the cross, his eyes of love, looking down on all who stood and watched the shame as they mocked him and they scourged him. God turned his eyes away, while high and lifted up he took the blame. Jesus said, I'll surely come again, that wherever I may be, you will be near. So I'm looking toward the heavens, up to the eastern sky, where high and lifted up he shall appear. nevermore to be a lowly man of Galilee. As high and lifted up we see the King, the high and lifted up in all His glory, high and lifted up in robes of pride, coming back to rule and reign forever. High and lifted up on clouds of light, high and lifted up in all His glory, high and lifted up in robes of white, coming back to rule and reign forever. High and lifted up, oh, high and lifted up, high and lifted up on clouds of light. Is Jesus
Personal life and family. Glen Payne was a devoted family man. He married Van Payne, and together they raised their children in a loving, faith-centered home. Despite his demanding tour schedule, Glen prioritized his family, often speaking about them during concerts and interviews. His family supported his ministry wholeheartedly, understanding that his calling was to share the gospel through song. Off stage, Glen was known for his gentle demeanor, quick wit, and genuine kindness. Friends and colleagues often remarked on his unwavering integrity and the respect he commanded in the gospel music community. Final years and legacy. In 1999, after decades of faithful service, Glen faced a battle with cancer. Even in his final months, his commitment to music and ministry remained steadfast. One of his most memorable moments came during the National Quartet Convention that year. Too ill to attend in person, Glen sang, "I Won't Have to Cross Jordan Alone," via telephone to a tearful audience, a poignant testament to his enduring spirit and faith. Glen Payne passed away on October 15, 1999, just days shy of his 73rd birthday. His funeral was a celebration of a life lived in service to God, with tributes pouring in from fans, fellow musicians, and ministry leaders.
They all walked away, nothing to say. They just lost their dearest friend. And all that he'd said, now he was dead. So this was the way it would end. The dreams they had dreamed were not what they seemed. Now that he was dead and gone, the garden, the jail, the hammer, the nail, how could a night be so long? Then came the morning. Night turned into day.
the enduring impact. Though Glen Payne is no longer with us, his influence on gospel music continues to be profound. The Cathedral's recordings remain beloved by fans old and new, and many gospel artists cite Glen as a major inspiration in their careers. Groups like Legacy 5 and Ernie Hassa and Signature Sound, formed by former Cathedral members, carry on the musical tradition he helped establish. Glen's legacy is not just in the notes he sang, but in the lives he touched. His unwavering dedication to proclaiming the gospel through music left an indelible mark on the world of Christian music. He once remarked, "If I can point one soul to Jesus through a song, then every mile I've traveled will have been worth it." By that measure, Glen Payne's journey was more than worth it. It was extraordinary.